Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Dennis Bermudez, and the last time I saw him just a few days before your fight, pretty sure the last thing I said was I'll see you in the winner's circle, and you got it done tonight. How do you feel about it?
I feel good. I remember, you know, I'm back warming up, or even hanging out in my hotel room. I'm like, I gotta see Karyn again. I've got to get out there and get that win. So here I am.
It's good to see you again.
Pleasure, yeah.
So this was another split decision win for you. You continually have these close fights. At the end, did you feel like your hand was going to get raised?
Yeah, I felt that way. You know, we had some, more takedowns. He tried to take me down once. It got stuffed. I felt the striking was back and forth. He had, the upper hand, one or two times. Then I got ground and pound on him. So I just feel like I dominated more elements of the fight than he did.
Do you think he took the first round, though?
Yeah, I probably gotta give it to him. He was able to drop me. A lot of guys are able to find that connection. We gotta stop that too. But it's fine. I'm tough. I'm okay with it, and let's get after it.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever we watch you fight, it's always entertaining because you're such a scrapper. But you take some to give some. Is that a strategy you're going to keep employing?
Well, I mean, just before I even started fighting, I would watch guys like Chuck Liddell and some of those guys that were knocking other guys down, and it seemed like from me watching, they would take a blow to give even a better blow. I think some guys that are unable to knock guys down, or it's because they're afraid of getting knocked down themselves, so they can't sit there and accept it. I'm looking to put guys down, so I'm tucking my chin, and we just gotta tweak a little things so we're able to find the connection points. But it's hard to get the leverage on those taller guys, so hopefully we get guys more my height. Yeah, I know. That's why I dropped down this weight class.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. You've had a few lanky guys. That's obviously something that you've been able to overcome, but it's a tricky strategy for you to get in there.
Yeah, for sure. Because when I first started fighting, I was fighting at 155, and then when I made the transition to 45, I was like, yeah, this is more my speed here. Our arms are the same length, and now, but since I've been in UFC, I've had two guys with like 170-pound arm length. I'm like, what is going on here? But it's fine, we gotta, to become a real champion, you gotta find ways to win, and that's what I do. Nice.
So is there anybody that you would ask for next? I mean, certainly, you're good. Was this 4 fights in a row, I think you've won now? So is there somebody you'd like to ask for?
Yeah, I mean, no, there's no one in particular. If I'm gonna be the champion one day, I'm not looking for an easy way to get there. So line up whoever's in the way of getting to the title. Yeah.
So now, obviously, you've dedicated a lot of time to this camp. Summer's coming. What do you do when you're not fighting? Is there anything else that you do, to kind of loosen up and enjoy yourself?
Well, living on Long Island, and summer is beautiful on Long Island, so I like to consider myself a semi-professional boogie boarder. I don't get paid or sponsored, but if there's any sponsors that want to hook me up with some boogie boards, I'm down. Yeah, so I like to get to the beach and hit the ocean, and like I spoke to you before, I just had a kid, so I'm looking to pick up on some father time here, Yeah.
Well, it's cute, and I don't know if you've heard this, but we actually taught our daughter an arm bar. It's great. I don't know, because you're really young. When you start to get to the point where you're changing the diaper, if you put your arm in there like this, because their natural tendency is to start to lock their legs around. I'm just saying, you can teach them an arm bar pretty early on.
Right. Well, my lady is like, he's not gonna fight. He's not gonna. I'm like, all right, if he wants to fight, I'll show him the way. Right. But you're not going to have, like, he can do whatever he wants to do. I'm not going to be like, you have to fight, but, if that's something he wants to do, or wrestle, or whatever he wants to do, we're going to make him the best.
Nice. And you've also made a case for yourself for it's not the Grand Poobah, but I don't know what they call the leader of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, like we talked about before your fight. But now you keep winning. I think you might be a poster boy. You might need your own float.
I talked to my manager after we spoke, and I was like, dude, Karyn had the greatest idea ever to get me on a Puerto Rican float. He's like his eyes, even like he's really good at marketing and branding. Ding, like blew up like, yes, 1,000%, So hang on, this may sound horrible. It's in fall, correct?
I always thought it was in July.
Oh, like, maybe yes.
That was the whole thing. Is
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yes.
Sexy time in New York.
Yes. Okay. So now that we know, we're gonna home in on it.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, he will be up there filming with you. We might actually really need to make this happen. That could actually be fantastic.
I'm with it. 1,000%.
Awesome, Dennis. Well, congratulations. Always great to see you.
Yes. Pleasure.